make something that is going to be great when you're craving that little something sweet. So it's going to feel like a cheat, but it really isn't. This recipe is called Coconut Mint Fat Bombs. It's one of the simplest recipes that you can do, but it's going to help you satisfy that chocolatey sweet tooth that you crave. Okay, so what you're going to need is a couple of ice cube trays. They can be silicone, they can be plastic, it doesn't really matter. As long as you have enough for 24. You're going to need coconut oil, and you're going to need Lindt 90% dark chocolate, or it could be even more percentage if you like the 95%, but 90 is fine. As long as there's no sugar in it, that is fine. I also forgot. I put it away prematurely. You're going to need coconut butter. Okay, that's what's going to be required in this. And then you're going to need 4 ounces of that dark chocolate that I just showed you. In a small pot, you're going to take half a cup of coconut oil and half a cup of coconut butter, and you're going to put it in a small pot and just heat it until it's melted. Okay, so I have mine right here. It's nice and melted, ready to go. Now I like to put mine, once it's melted, into a measuring cup, and you're going to see why in a second. Make sure we get all that yummy coconut goodness. Okay. To your melted coconut mixture, you're going to add half a cup of unsweetened coconut. Okay. So you're going to pop that right in there. This is like such a simple recipe. It's like, and it doesn't take any time at all. And they're absolutely delicious. You guys are going to love it. Okay. Now, before we pour this into our trays, before our chocolate gets a little too melted, you're going to add either 1/8 of a teaspoon of peppermint extract to your chocolate, or I'm just going to add a couple of drops of 100% pure peppermint oil. Okay, you don't need much, especially if it's in this form. So I'm just going to add maybe like 3 drops. I'm going to give that a stir and just make sure that it is minty enough for my liking. I can dip my finger in because nobody else is going to taste it. See, I like mine a little bit more minty. So I'm just going to add 2 more drops. So I'm adding actually 5 drops to my 4 ounces of melted dark chocolate. I'm going to give that a stir again. Okay, so we're going to hold off there just for a second. We're going to give this a bit of a stir. Okay, very simple. So now you're going to see why I like to put my mixture in a clear measuring cup. It's just a lot easier to pour into your ice cube trays, and a lot less mess as well. So we're going to fill these little squares about half full. Not all the way top, not all the way to the top, but just halfway. Okay. I'm not going to do all of them. I'll finish them after. And then what you're going to do, you're going to spoon your melted chocolate right over top. So now that melted chocolate is automatically going to set in the middle of your coconut mixture when it solidifies. So when they come out of the freezer, you get this awesome chocolatey surprise right in the center of your coconut bomb. They're so good. Even my husband likes them, and he's a hard sell. She's going to spoon it in. I already have some made, so I'm going to show you what they look like, you guys, once they're all done. So yeah, so just pour the rest of your coconut mixture into the ice cube trays, and then you're going to pour your dark chocolate right over top. Okay, and then pop them in the freezer for about half an hour. And because the coconut oil has already got that greasy element to it, just give your ice cube tray a crack like you normally would to get your ice cubes out, and they pop out so easily. So here are the end product. So as you can see, we have that really nice center of dark chocolate. And let me just take a bite of these. So good. Delicious. So 2 of these little squares are going to count for 1 serving. So good for you. They're going to satisfy that sugary, chocolatey treat that you should desperately want once in a while. Just throw them in the freezer and then just take them out maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Let them sit out before you want to have a couple. And they're the perfect temperature. I love cooking with coconut oil, whether I'm cooking my proteins in them, making smoothies, or even a delicious sweet recipe like this. Coconut oil has so many wonderful health benefits. So if you go into my nutrition tips, you will see a whole article there on the wonderful benefits of coconut oil. Thank you for joining Cooking with Essenza, and we'll catch you guys next time.